present your presence in the present moment. Thank you. So today we will learn topic of chakra. Many times we read many things about the chakra because as yoga is getting popular, chakras are also getting popular. The thing is that many times we have lots of information about the chakra, but this information are not complete. Half information is there, half is not there. Sometimes it happens like we are reading something, but does it come in our own experience? Reading is one thing, experiencing it is a different thing. Theory and practical. And here in these lectures, we are going to learn not only theory, but how to feel it, how to experience it, how to harmonize it. Those methods also we will discuss. So the first question is, what is chakra? That's the question. Sometimes we have a vague idea, what is chakra?
Energy point? Energy point?
Energy point, maybe. So chakra basically are energy centers. Chakra literally means wheel. And they are rotating constantly like a wheel. And that's why it's called chakra. But how these energy centers are created, that we have to understand. Like a chakra is not basically a event of physical body. If you do a post-mortem of your body, you will not find any chakras, or not any nadis, or not any kundalini. It is there in your energetic body. But whatever is there in the energetic body, the shadow of this energetic body comes in the physical body too. Both are connected with one another. In our energetic body, yoga says there are 72,000 energy channels are there. And these energy channels are called nadi. In this 72,000 energy channel, three channels are the most important channel. And these three channels are Ida, Pingala and Susumna. Actually, this Ida, Pingala and Susumna govern and controls all other channels. There are various functions of all the energy channels are there. So Ida, as we know, that is connected with feminine side, cooling side, psychic energy, the energy of moon, or energy of mind. These all are connected with channel Ida. While with channel Pingala, heating side, masculine side, energy of the sun, dynamic side, that all the things are connected with channel Pingala. Now, in our physical body, Ida and Pingala is also represented. Ida represent with a left nostril. So it starts with the left nostril and end at the base of spine. This is the pathway of the Ida channel. The pathway for Pingala channel is from right nostril to the base of spine. This Ida and Pingala are moving in a spiral direction. They are crisscrossing each other at the 7 different points. Now, this Ida and Pingala have a 7 different junctions and they are crisscrossing at the Susumna channel. That is the main energy channel, the king of all the channels. In most of time, there is a very few energy vibration in our Susumna channel. But Susumna is handling and controlling the entire body. So these 3 channels, they intercross at the 7 different points. And these 7 different points are basically chakras. So, at any given point of time, either your energy is flowing in the Ida or your energy is flowing into the Pingala or your energy is flowing into the Susumna channel. In one of the channel, the energy is always there. So it means at this junction of the chakra, the energy is always there. And that's why it becomes a powerful energy center. And this energy center can receive the energy, transform the energy, can generate the energy, can give the energy. So it works perfectly as a exchange point for the energy. So we have 7 different chakras. And these 7 different chakras are connected with our physical, physiological, emotional, and mental behavior and attributes. These chakras are working on the 3 different layers: physical layer, subtle layer, and causal layer. So at the different level, this chakra have a different type of the effect. And this is a journey. What is this physical layer, subtle layer, and causal layer? That we understand. Okay? Physical, subtle, and causal. Subtle. Last is a causal. From cause, causal. So physical layer represents our body, and the activities that is connected with the body. While subtle layer is connected with our emotion and a conscious mind. Whatever is happening with our emotion and thoughts, we are registering. That is the subtle layer. Or you can also say whatever is happening in our energy system, that is the subtle layer. And causal layer is your subconscious and unconscious mind. So now chakras are affecting on all 3 layers, physically, subtly, and causally. Our journey is to heal and regularize this chakras energy in all 3 layers. But even the problem that comes in our day-to-day life, that is the problem that is mostly connected with the problem of chakras on the physical layer. It's very easy to work on the chakra on the physical layer, a little bit difficult on the subtle layer, but in a causal layer, it is a lifetime journey. But at least we can start with something, then we can reach at the last point. Right? So let's understand how it works on the different layers and what are the attributes of the different chakras. Right? So we start with the first chakra. First chakra is a Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra, the color is red. And it's called Muladhara. Mul means root. So Muladhara chakra is basically a root of the life. Its color is red. The location of the Muladhara chakra is at base of spine. Now this Muladhara Chakra is connected with basic survival instincts. So all our instincts are mostly connected with the Muladhara Chakra. And every animal has a 4 basic instincts. Which are these 4 basic instincts?
Fight.
Hmm?
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight, survival is the first instinct. Which one? Other? Yes. It's a reproduction or sex is the second instinct. Then? Food. And? Sleep. Food, fear, sleep and sex. These are the 4 basic instincts every animal has. And that is governed by the Muladhara Chakra. Muladhara Chakra is also connected with the lower part of the brain. It also connects with the strength of your physical body. So when the Muladhara Chakra is harmonized, at that time person has a healthy and strong physical body. And when it is not harmonized, at that time the physical body might be weak or the health is disturbed. Now, when the Muladhara Chakra is harmonized, the person don't have a much of the fear. But when it is not harmonized, person has a lots of fear of life. And fear can come in a various ways. Like some people have a fear, small fears, like a fear of darkness, or fear of lizard, or fear of any insect. From where all this fear comes? That is basically connected with a fear of our survival instinct. Fear of death is the root cause of all the fear. Even some of the things that really doesn't harm us. Most of time I haven't ever heard the lizard has bite someone. No, lizard doesn't bite. Even you are very big than the lizard. So if the lizard saw you and you try to go near, she will run away. But still, the people have a fear of the lizard. There are many things. Like some people may have a fear of height, fear of water, fear of bridges. They think they will walk on the bridge and bridge will break down. So this all the fear. From where this fear comes? When the Muladhara Chakra has blockages, the fear comes in life. And as it gets harmonized, you have a less and less and less and less fear. Then also, sometimes Muladhara Chakra is connected with the assimilation of the food. In the process of taking the food, there are many things are involved. Like digestion is one thing, then absorption is there, but assimilation of the food, that is connected with the Muladhara Chakra. So for some people, like it is happening, the assimilation is not happening. The food is just passing through the system, and then they are not getting the nourishment. So then even they are eating well, but still they are not feeling healthy. Or sometimes the problem like a constipation or diarrhea, that is also connected with the Muladhara Chakra. So this Muladhara Chakra, fear, food, sex. The problems connected to the sexual organ, that is basically connected with the Muladhara Chakra. Physically, it is connected with the area which is the area of the Muladhara Chakra. So particularly hips, genitals, then your leg are also connected with the Muladhara Chakra. All the bones are basically connected with the Muladhara Chakra. Teeth, though the location of the teeth is in the mouth, but still its connection is with the Muladhara Chakra. The bone are everywhere, but still its connection with the Muladhara Chakra. So person who have a strong Muladhara Chakra, the bone are also strong. The person have like a weak Muladhara Chakra, so bone are also weak. So these are basically attributes of the Muladhara Chakra. Now, every of the chakra are connected with one of the endocrine gland. Now, Muladhara Chakra is connected, in a male it is connected with a testicle, and in a female it is connected with a ovaries. So these are the attributes of the Muladhara Chakra. Now the thing is that whenever you eat something and you sleep properly, the energy is generated. And when the energy is generated, it comes first into Muladhara Chakra. And that's why you will see lots of people are consuming almost 90% of their energy in the just Muladhara Chakra. The entire life is passing between these four basic instincts: food, fear, sleep, and sex. One food you have taken, then you start thinking about the other food. Either you are eating or cooking or working for the food. Then 8 hours are going into the sleep. Then fear, worries, all the worries about the future is also a fear, no? What will happen in the future? All the fears. Okay, fear of unknown person. If somebody comes near me, what will happen? Then we become tense. All this fear. And then what remains is sex and sexual thoughts. See, how much big share, almost 90% of energy, we are just consuming into the Muladhara Chakra. It's like we have a 7-floor beautiful palace. But 90% of the time we are just staying into the ground floor. Then what's the use of the rest of the palace? That's the pity. It's not like you also need food, fear, sleep, and sex in your life. That is acceptable, but in a balanced form. In Muladhara Chakra, joy is very short term. It's not very long term joy. When you have food, how much time you can eat? 3 times, no? How much time you have a joy of the food? The taste comes only when you put the bite in your mouth and when it is reaching up to throat. After the throat, there is no taste. Right? So how much time it is remaining in your mouth, that much joy you are getting. See? So in Muladhara Chakra, the joy is very short term. Though it is the essence of the life, it is the root center of the life, but this is the first center. We don't have to spend entire life in the first center. There are many other beautiful things, but that can be only possible when we rise above the first center. When we go in the saving mode to save the energy from the first center, and then the beautiful things start happening. That's why, like in yoga, the things comes, control your food. See, when you want to control something, at that time I will say don't do anything with the sex and sleep, because these are two very critical topics. If you do unnecessary disturbance in a sex and sleep, then it can be dangerous too. So keep them as a normal and a natural as it is. You can start working on the food and fear if you want to work. There you can save lots of energy. And when it is harmonized, the food and fear are harmonized, then you can work on the rest too. But before that, don't touch that one. Okay? Clear? Muladhara center? Is it? Okay. Then, when the energy rises above and it reaches into the Swadhisthana center. Swadhisthana center basically is a center of emotion, lower emotion. So all our likes and dislikes, pain and pleasure, all the feeling basically generated at the Swadhisthana center. It is connected with a relationship, art, music, dance, painting. So when it is harmonized, your relationship is harmonized. And relationship means every relationship. Generally when the relationship comes, we think about boyfriend or girlfriend. But it's also relationship with your mother, relationship with your father, relationship with your country, relationship with your work. So every relationship is getting harmonized, and the Swadhisthana chakra is getting harmonized. When it is harmonized, the person might have a deep interest in some kind of the art. Any kind of the art, whether it could be painting, whether it could be dancing, whether it could be singing, any kind of the art. Okay? When it is not harmonized, at that time, a person have a very less interest in any kind of the art or in the people. So the person's life becomes dry. And that dryness gives a lots of boredom. Your passion for anything, it is connected with the Swadhisthana center. Passion comes for something. At least you love something. Passion is the next step after the love. So, basically, the feeling is everywhere, and that is generated with the Swadhisthana center. But many a times, many of the people are not feeling anything. What's the reason for that? Because the energy is not moving into the Swadhisthana center. Otherwise, where there is no feeling, feeling is everywhere. You see a sunset, there is a feeling. You see a flower, there is a feeling. You see a butterfly, there is a feeling. You see a cute puppy, there is a feeling. You see a human being, there is a feeling. No? If you look at very carefully at something, the feeling rises. Wherever you pay the observation, the feeling rises. That's a simple rule. But many times, even the feeling rises, we don't understand what we are feeling. Because we are not staying with this feeling. The feeling is there, but we want to cut off from this. Because sometimes the feeling has a both side, pain and a pleasure. It is a both side. But feeling makes you human. That's a difference between human and machine. Otherwise, machine are super smart. Computer never do a mistake. But Computer doesn't feel. The human can feel. Hmm. Feeling is very complex thing, very, very complex thing. If you try to analyze it, then the feeling get lost. Hmm. Like why you like something? Is there any reason for that? Like suppose if you say, I like blue color. But why you like blue? Somebody asks you, why you like blue? Is there any reason for that? You say, but just I like it, so I like it. And I don't like it, I don't like it. Hmm. Feeling. Feeling comes more and more often Swadhisthana get harmonious. Swadhisthana is also connected the endocrine gland, which is a adrenal gland, that is above kidney. Physically, Swadhisthana center is connected with a reproductive system, urinary system, lower back. Its location is forefinger below the navel, and its color is a orange. Here we have to understand one very subtle thing. Like I said, sex connected with the Muladhara center, but reproductive system connected with the Swadhisthana center. Generally, we are thinking sex and reproduction have a same attribute. It is not the same attribute. There is a little difference between these two. So, on the level of energy, there is a very big difference. Like most of people are able to have sex, but there are many people who are not able to have a babies. Why it is that? Because this Swadhisthana center's energy is flowing, might be on the other direction, or it's not flowing at all. To have a baby, you need a lots of emotion towards the baby, and then only the process of the conceiving will happen. But like suppose one person is an artist, so artist energy is going towards the art, then the person might not feel to have a baby, then they will not feel the need of the children. That's very much possible, because the energy is the same. Either energy will go there, either energy will go there. It depends. Right? But if energy is not going in art and the energy is coming, so it naturally happens, it go towards the making baby. So these are two different criteria, and sometimes many of the people are confused. And that's why they say sex is also connected with the Swadhisthana center. And here only survival. But no, these two are a very, very different function. Very different function. Here almost you see we consume 7 to 8% of our energy here. So almost 97-98% energy we consume in the first center and second center only. But it can change in the individual also. Like suppose someone is a dancer, then that person might be using a lots of energy in the Swadhisthana center. Then the passion for the dance will come. Otherwise it cannot come. It can change person to the person. Swadhisthana center is also connected with a lower back. Sometimes it happens, particularly in a female, it happens many times. When they have a lots of energy, this feeling is there, at that time they have a lower back pain. If you put into the X-ray, anatomically there is nothing wrong, and still they have this lower back pain. This happens because there is a lots of deposition of the energy in the Swadhisthana center, and that energy is not finding the way to get channelized. That is happening by. So if this energy gets channelized or neutralized in some way, they will not have a lower back pain. Then Swadhisthana chakra is also connected with addiction. So it's like it happens. That's our very normal experience in a life. If you see, when your relationship break, the person turns into the addiction. That is the most chances. Like when you have some sadness, you go and eat some chocolate. Why it is happening? Because this is the same energy. This is also again the same energy that happens when your emotions are not finding the way. You try to hide those emotions with some kind of the addiction. But that's not the healthy way. You have a problem with the emotion and if you try to hide it with the coffee, it's not healthy. Or you have a problem with the emotion, you try to hide it with the smoking, it's not healthy. You have a problem with the emotion, you have to deal with the emotion. The process might be hard, but one day you have to pass through this process, one or other day. Sometimes we are not facing the problem because it's too painful. But over the time, this becomes critical. If you don't touch it, then it becomes critical. So before it gets critical, even it's painful, we have to pass through the process. So clear about Muladhara Chakra and Swadhisthana Chakra? Yes. Then comes Manipura Chakra. So when you save energy in the first two center, generally energy start rising into the Manipura center. Sometimes people call it solar plexus in English. The location of the Manipur center is above the navel. Two finger above the navel. Color is yellow. It is connected with a digestion, stomach, liver, pancreas. It is also connected with willpower, confidence, vision, success in life. So when Manipur chakra is harmonized, this function is harmonized. So you have a good willpower, you have a certain vision in your life where you want to lead your life. The success is coming. Sometimes it happens, some people are very smart, very intelligent, but they are not getting success. Why? Because their Manipur center is not working properly. Lack of the confidence, Manipur chakra, is not working properly. When your Manipur chakra is working very strong, you have confidence in everything. And when sometimes it's overactive, then you have overconfidence also. in a life, there are some qualities. See, there are two people. One is a leader, other is a politician. Right? For both, Manipur Chakra is strong. That makes them leader or politician. But in both of the case, the other chakras are not working in the balance. Manipur Chakra is there. So sometimes it happens, you are thinking this chakra is strong, it means it is in harmony. No. You have to be in a balance with all the chakras. That's a required. With the Manipur Chakra, sometimes it's also called as a other brain, because it holds lots of memories also. That's why we are doing lots of work on the belly breathing, and lots of emotions and many of the things comes out. Yes.
When you say you refer to it as a second brain, so is that where the body stores memories or like physical?
It's also store emotional memories too. You will see when you have some kind of the emotion, like when you are angry, you will feel the burn in your stomach. Now, what the anger and burning in the stomach has to do? But there is a link. When you are getting angry, your stomach start secreting more of the peptic acid, and then you have burning. This is the link. So stomach holds lots of emotional memory too. So generally, Muladhara connect with the lower brain, Swadhisthana connect with the middle brain, and Manipur Chakra is connected with the upper part of the brain. So this is the reason of the brain. In these three chakras, all your logical things, material life is complete. So when the energy reach into the fourth chakra, it is very mysterious reason. It is very different reason. It's not the same. Actually, the fourth chakra, Anahata chakra, location is in a heart. Color is green. This is a center that connects lower three chakra with the upper three chakra. Lower three chakra are connected with a material life, and upper three chakra are more connected with a spiritual life. Generally, most people don't have much of the blockages into the upper chakras, but most of the blockages are there in the first three center. Upper chakra has a problem, the energy might not be reaching there. Generally, there are no blockages, but the energy might not reaching there. While the first three chakra has a possibility of lots of distortion. This fourth chakra, opening of the fourth chakra, it brings a completely new kind of the experience. Here in Anahata chakra, there is also emotion, but in Swadhisthana, the emotions are in a lower form, while in Anahata, the emotions are in a higher form. So it means in Swadhisthana, there is a light. In Anahata, there is a love. Very simple. And there is a difference between like and love. Yes? Like and love are not same thing. Many times we consider what we like, we say, I love. What we love. But there is a huge difference. In a life, you want to control the things, you want to possess the things. In a love, you want to share, you want to give. Hmm? Love is without having any expectation from the other person or any other thing. In life, you want to master it, you want to control it. That's the difference between Swadhisthana center and Anahata center. So here in Anahata center, everything becomes selfless. It's beyond the reason. The qualities like a love, joy, gratitude, compassion, that all comes with the Anahata chakras opening. So this Anahata chakra is also connected with a thymus gland. Hmm? Thymus, Thymus. And thymus gland is a very mysterious gland, very mysterious. Because thymus gland is very active in children. Hmm? Scientists says it is connected with immunity and it also increase the production of the serotonin. So it's basically it's connected with immunity. It's also connected with joy and happiness. But in most of the people, when they turn a teenage or adult, this gland stop working. At the age of 14 to 16, it stop working. And in many people, even it disappear physically. And you see, the children are the most happiest. They can find the joy in any small things. And we have everything and still we are sad. That's the difference. That's why in spirituality sometimes you can read this quote many a times, be like a child. We become adult and we have to again turn into the child. Be like a child. But not the childish. There is a difference between childish and a childlike. You have to be like a child, not a childish. Even Jesus said, uh, people who are like a child can enter into the God's heaven. But Jesus doesn't say that child will enter into the God's heaven. There is a difference. First learning and then unlearning. But our mind says, if we have to unlearn, then why we need to learn? But it's a development, learning and then going beyond the learning. Here, when your Anahata Chakra start opening up, you start finding this joy in your life. That inner joy, that inner happiness, that inner love you start finding. And that inner love spread everywhere. It gives you a selflessness. Up to here, you think only about yourself. In first three center, generally people think about themselves only. But when Anahata Chakra, you don't think only about yourself. You include everyone in your happiness. This is like a journey. The first three chakra is a journey of change. Anahata Chakra is a journey of a transformation. And the later three chakra are journey of a transmutation. Change, transformation and transmutation. What's the difference between these three? Though it looks like a similar word, but they are not similar. What's the difference? Change, transformation and transmutation. Like when I was working in medical industry, in insurance industry, at that time I have to wear a tie. And now I am wearing this kind of the shirt or t-shirt. So I change my clothes. But does it really change anything if somebody change the clothes?
Yes.
Some people, when they are in the West, they wear different clothes. And when they come to the Arambol,
The change is external.
they change the external. Then they start growing a beard or making a dreadlock or having a tattoo and wear lots of crystal, and then they think they become spiritual. These are all the change. Are you getting it? This change really doesn't bring anything. Person might be first going to the gym. In a gym, the person is going for improving the health. And then the person is going to the yoga class to improve the health. It's still change. It's no difference. If you go to the gym or if you go to the yoga class, what's the purpose? Change. First, maybe you are collecting lots of jewelry, and then when you come into the spirituality, you collect lots of beads and crystal. Still change. Are you getting? You are just changing the object.
Substituting.
You are substituting, yes. You are substituting. That's a change. And change basically doesn't give any kind of the deep result. It remains always on the superficial level. Yes, sir, not the real thing. It can give you a very temporary happiness, very temporary. Or it can create the illusion of the happiness. People sometimes get impressed with the change and then they fall into the trap when you get impressed with the change. No, change is very temporary. Transformation. What is a transformation?
Change becomes more permanent. Change becomes more permanent.
Change becomes more permanent. Little more.
Change of the attitude, change of the behavior pattern, change of something on a more substantial level.
Change on more substantial level, yes. Change in a quality is a transformation. How it happens? I give you one example. Like suppose water. So water in a glass is water. If you put that water in the bottle, the form of the water will change. Now it adopts the shape of bottle. First it was in the shape of glass. But the water, any substantial change will not happen into the water. The water still remains water, no? But if you boil the water, 50 degree water is water, 60 degree water is water, 90 degree water is water, 99 degree water is water, 100 degree water is not water. Water is vapor now. And then there is the change in a quality. The quality of the water, it always goes downwards. It goes towards the gravity. The river Ganga rises on the top of the Himalaya, but it seeks the deepest of the ocean. So you are going down, 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 down. That's the quality of water. But vapor, when you become a vapor, you start rising above the gravity. The process of evolution. You are not following this rule of the gravity when the transformation happens. The law changes. You are free from the gravity. So when you comes into the Anahata Chakra, actually you are free from the social gravity. Whatever society has taught you, whatever family has taught you, whatever conditioning you build, you break up all this conditioning when you come into the Anahata Chakra. You are free from all this social gravity. Transformation happens. Now your quality changes. Before that, you are doing something for some reason. Here, the things are illogical. Like a compassion is one of the criteria of Anahata Chakra. Why compassion comes? Why you help someone? Why you help someone?
You relate, you can empathy.
Maybe
Just without reason, no. You are not seeking any benefit out of your help. If you are seeking the benefit out of your help, and then this is not a compassion, this is a business. Some people do like this, no? They give a big donation, but on the back door, they want to earn something. The motive might be different. Or love. What's the reason for pure love? No reason. Why it happens sometimes? Just it happens. Joy. What is the reason of the joy? You cannot put anything as a reason of joy. And nobody can tell the exact recipe from where the joy comes. You think today I ate just simple potato and I was happy. But if you eat potato every day again, you are not happy. Someday you do extraordinary things to become a joyful and you are still not happy. And someday you are just sitting at the beach and you are happy. Illogical things. You cannot put it into the logic. Because here the entire phenomena changes. The quality changes itself. Now your water becomes vapor. And that's why in Anahata Chakra actually you have to put your mind aside. More you remain in your mind, the Anahata Chakra doesn't get open. But even for a love, we use our mind. What could be the future? Then I should connect with that person or not. No, that's a wrong idea. Love is love. It's happening now. Be happy for that it's happening now. What will happen in the future? That future will tell. If it is happening now, be with it. Who knows it will happen when? Sometimes you live with someone for 10 years and love never happens. There's also a possibility. Are you getting this point? And you always know when you are in love. But sometimes we block. No. There is no future. Or we have a different ways. But if you follow the love, it opens the way. I will not say it will open up the easy way. The way of the love is sometimes even harder than you think. You suffer, but that suffering brings lots of valuable things. It makes you grow. It will allow you to grow in the life. That's the quality of the Anahata center. When you give something to someone, you suffer, but there is a joy of sacrifice that you get. A very deep joy, very high level of energy. The vibrations are different for this energy, and that you cannot get from anywhere else. And when, because of our conditioning, when we stop giving, at that time, this chakras getting blocked. How much you can say yes to the life? This chakra get blocked. Yes. Yes. Try to reduce your no. Say yes. We are so much sometimes habituated to say no. When somebody is giving us something, we say no. And when we want to receive something from someone, we also say no. In both cases, we say no. Then the exchange will not happen. You know which is the biggest source of energy? It's a human interaction. In any form, verbal, mental, emotional, physical, human interaction is the most powerful source of energy. How effectively you can do this human interaction? That's the secret of the energy. When your Anahata chakra is open, there are more possibilities, you can do it effectively. All the people do human interaction. We are living in the society. We are not living isolated. So everybody do human interaction. But what's the effectiveness of the human interaction? It generates the energy. When you come in contact with any human, it generates some kind of energy. That's the role. Now, how you evaluate this energy, how you nourish this energy, how you polish this energy. Anahata chakra. The heart center is open, it means you are ready for receiving and giving both. Flow is also there. Actually, a person who has a self-love can only love others. Person who doesn't have a self-love, then how the person can love others? Even you cannot love yourself, how you can love others? There's no point. You have to develop a self-love. But what is a self-love? Again, the question is that. Self-love is only thinking about myself is the self-love? And when you think about myself, generally it's you are thinking of ego only. Then you neglect the heart and soul. Spiritual journey starts with the external consideration because your self is never separated. You are part of this. There is an independent existence, but it's not really independent. It's all interdependence. How much external consideration we have? Heart Chakra opens. More the external consideration. How much we can think of others. Heart Chakra. Very beautiful center. So, the heart center is connected with love, joy, compassion, gratitude. Then physically it connects with lungs, chest, this area. So we will stop here today up to Anahata, and we will talk later about the fifth, sixth law.
We do transmutation tomorrow.
Huh?
Transmutation.
Transmutation tomorrow.
I will wait.
Change and transformation. Change is very superficial thing, and actually it doesn't change anything in a quality. The quality remains same, while the transformation is, quality is a changing. Like water is becoming a vapor under specific condition. When the water is heated, water is becoming a vapor. So quality of the water and vapor are different. Water is going downwards, vapor is going upwards. That is a transformation. When your quality changes, when your light becomes a real love, at that time it's a transformation. So transformation is basically happening into the heart center, Anahata Chakra. Your real spiritual journey starts with the heart center. And actually today is Heart Center's Day, Valentine's Day. Heart Center's Day. So, we have to invoke this quality within us, transformation. When actually you love anything or anyone, at that time there is a certain type of the opening in your heart. Because love requires certain external consideration when you love any person. Otherwise, love doesn't happen. Maybe initially the external consideration is less, but over the time, when the love rises, the external consideration is getting more and more if the love remains. But in most of time, initially love is there, and after 1 month, 2 months, love disappears. And then there is no external consideration. But if a couple is living in a relationship with a love, then there are lots of external consideration develop over the time. So this is a dominating factor, and it's a starting point of the spiritual journey. We have to develop the capacity so we can love someone. If anyone will love us or not, it doesn't matter. It's not in our hand if somebody will love us or not. But it's in our hand, we can love. That is always in your hand. So we do our job and leave rest up to God. But when you love someone, definitely the love comes in one or other form. But our calculation sometimes is like, I give something to this person, and then it should return the same way. But in universe, design is very mysterious. Our calculation says, I give 20 rupees to someone, so he should return me 20 rupees. This is our logical mind says. But universe gives you from some other source. Actually, the 20 rupees you are having, that is also given by someone. Are you understanding? This is a cycle. More you are giving, more you are emptying yourself, more the love comes in your heart. And love is one of the strongest energy. And it has a power to move the mountains even. So, this is a transformation. And what is a transmutation? transmutation is now in the case of water and vapor, what is happening, water is becoming a vapor in particular condition. Hmm? Like it is above 100 degree, then it's a vapor. But as soon as vapor, that temperature falls down, that turns again into the water. So it is, sometimes it happens a very boring process, water to vapor, vapor to water, water to vapor, vapor to water. And that happens many times in a spiritual journey. Our spiritual journey, like we have an interest, so we look little bit, and then again we become water. We look little bit. For a while, we become vapor. You come here for this course, you become vapor. Then you return to your normal life, again becomes the water. So this is boring, because in a certain condition, those qualities start coming. Your heart start opening, you start experimenting the new things, the joy start coming, the peace start coming, your mind calms down. In a particular condition it is happening. But when the condition is removed, again the vapor is becoming a water. So transformation is a useful because then you experience something. But how to keep this experience constantly, permanently? So vapor doesn't turn again into the water. And that process is a transmutation. I tell you, in nature, how the transmutation happens. Like in nature, coal is also carbon, and a diamond is also carbon. Coal and diamond both are carbon. What is the value of coal? Nothing almost. Huh? And what is the value of diamond? If you have this big coal, how much money? Maybe $1. And if you have this much big diamond, you are the richest person on the earth. Huh? So, both are carbon, but the same coal under the very strong pressure of the earth turns into the diamond. Transmutation happens. Just the molecular design change. Carbon, both are carbon. That is a transmutation. And now, once a coal is turning into the diamond, it cannot return back again to the coal. Diamond is diamond. Diamonds are forever. So, even you take the diamond to the Australia, it's a diamond. If you take diamond to the America, still it's a diamond. And if it is in a coal mine, still it's a diamond. So the entire quality get transformed permanently. And then there is no way to turn diamond into the coal. So this is a quality of transmutation that we have to develop, and that can be developed with the 5th, 6th and 7th chakra. Spiritual journey start with the heart center, but the real crystallization start happening from your 5th center. 5th center, Vishuddha Chakra, is connected with the truth, purity, expression, communication. These are the areas. It also connects with your thyroid and parathyroid gland. Throat, this area. Front of throat, back of the throat. 5th chakra. Vishuddha. Vishuddha chakra. Vishuddha chakra. So how this chakra works? Like a first thing is a expression of ourself. Expression of ourself is the way of communication. But many a times we have a problem of expressing ourselves. Hmm? Why it is so? Hmm? Why it is so? Because sometimes the Vishuddha Chakra is not working properly. Otherwise, many a times what we are doing, we are expressing, but that is really not inside us. And that's why truth is also connected with the Vishuddha Chakra. Inside something else is going on, outside we say something else. Hmm? Then we think we communicated, but really it's not the effective communication. It is not really a honest communication. Whatever is happening inside, when we are expressing it outside, then it's a effective communication. Then the right communication can happen. But our communication is most of time we are talking, but never listening. When you just talk and don't listen, at that time how the communication can happen? Sometimes it happens two people are talking for hours, but they don't really communicate with each other. Both are talking and nobody is listening. Then it happens because the expression, the truth, when you are speaking the truth, we can say the truth is what? What is truth? The first thing is
Honest feeling.
the honest feeling or honest, whatever happening honest inside. In the fact, that is the truth. But many a times the lies comes in our lives so deeply that we forget to speak about the truth. Like see, actually the person is speaking the truth or not truth, that also can be, you can see it from outside if you are mastering non-verbal communication. There are two kinds of the communication, verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Now scientists are also saying that 70% of our communication is a non-verbal communication. You have to just see at someone and many of the things is already been communicated. How you are looking at someone. Even you are not speaking anything, but just with a look. Actually, child's non-verbal communication is so powerful. He understands every of your expression, even your inside, even the mood that is deep within. Child understand very properly. Like when you are lying at that time, sometimes in a childhood, what happens? When the child is first time lying, those of the face becomes red sometimes. Sometimes then start blinking the eyes, start looking here and there. This all the things happens and that remains. Even we become adults, some of these symptoms remain in us. So if you pay attention on the non-verbal communication, you immediately know how much truth is there in person's life. Even if you look into the eye of the people, you immediately understand that because eye can give you many of the messages. Just you have to learn how to read it. And once you learn how to read it, then no person can tell you a lie. One of the peculiar things a child will do when he is telling first time lie. What happened? Child doesn't have actually any programming to tell a lie. When he speaks a first time lie, what will happen? How he reacts. Have you observed? No. He do one very particular thing. He said, he wants to stop it, because inside there is something else and outside he is speaking something else. And then he realized, no, it's not truth, But over the time, out of the fear, out of the shame, out of the conditioning of the mind, we keep speaking lies. Society teaches us to speak a lie. Otherwise, we don't have any programming to speak a lie. It's like I heard one joke. It's a very beautiful joke. It's like one friend called to her friend and asked on the mobile phone, and then mobile phone was in her child's hand. So friend asked, "Sweetie, is your mama at home?" And maybe her mom is busy. She says, "Tell her she is out somewhere and mobile is with me." So child replied, "My mother is telling she is out." And why we should speak a lie? But over the time we tell ourselves many lies, and over the time we start understanding that lie is a truth. One of the biggest lie we speak many a times. Which is the one of the biggest lie we speak many times? You know. I am good. How are you? I am fine. How many times really we are fine? Huh? How many times we are really fine? It's a social conditioning. It doesn't give you a space to express even how you are feeling. Otherwise, what's wrong when you are not feeling fine? You can also say, I am not feeling fine. And fine is very general answer. Very, very general answer. You cannot conclude anything with I am fine. There could be 1,000 of the emotions and expressions, but we know only one word, fine. The anger might come, irritation might come, laughter comes, joy comes, amazement comes, surprise comes. 1,000 of the things to express. That's what is happening inside. That truth we have to find out. And then we have to practice to speak this truth again and again and again and again. In some of the situations, maybe you cannot speak a truth, but at least you can avoid the lie. You can avoid the lie. Every time it's not necessary to give your opinion about something. So better to give a true opinion instead of the wrong opinion. Sometimes truth hurts, but it's also nice because then it gives the other person chance to rectify the mistake. If you never speak a truth, how the other person know this is a mistake? The other person think, okay, this is okay. And then you pile up. Lies upon lies upon. Truth. Truth is very important criteria. So when you are speaking a truth, this chakra gets open. When you are speaking a lie, slowly this chakra gets congested. More the lie you speak, more this chakra gets blocked. More the truth you speak. Sometimes in a childhood, many times what happens, the person doesn't have a power to express out of the fear. And then the person develops of speaking a lie. Sometimes situations, sometimes fear. There could be a different reason. But first, establish the truth. What is the inner truth within you? What happens when you speak sometimes a lie? It's like a proverb. If you speak some lie again and again, you start believing that lie as a truth. Then you don't see any problem in that lie. Lie doesn't become truth. Understand? But you start considering that lie as a truth. I tell you one story about the Mullah Nasruddin. How you consider lie as a truth. It's like one day, this Mullah Nasruddin was sleeping in a garden. And some kids were playing there. And they were disturbing Mullah. So Mullah says, hey kids, come here. Why are you wasting your time here? You know, today evening there is a great party at King's Palace. Why don't you go home and get ready for the party? So kids went home and start getting ready for the party. But seeing them home early, parent asked, why you came home early? So they say there is a great party at King's Palace. You should also get ready. So parents also start preparing themselves. By seeing the parents, neighbor asked, where are you going? What you are getting ready for? He says, oh, you don't know? That's a human nature, you know. There is a party at King's Palace and King is giving gift to everyone. New sentence. So neighbor also getting ready. By seeing that neighbor, other neighbor, and slowly, the news spread in entire palace. There is a party at King's Palace and King is giving gift to everyone. Over the time, the party disappears and main focus remains on the free gift. Today, King is giving gift to everyone. So somebody invented, but why King is giving a gift? So, person invented today is Prince's birthday. That's why King is giving a gift. Now it becomes the entire story. Now, where the mullah was sleeping in the garden, first group of the people passed by there and saw mullah was sleeping. So they say, Mullah, why are you sleeping here? Mullah says, why? What happened? The group says, today is the prince's birthday and king is giving a gift and there is a party. Mullah started thinking what I said about just the party. And these are the three things. Maybe accidentally I spoke truth. He got confused. He was just thinking, then the second group of the people come and ask the Mullah, why are you not ready? Now Mullah was really start thinking, wow, in some moment I spoke the truth accidentally. And the third group comes, Mullah also went home to get ready for the party. Over the time, the lie we speak again, that comes back to us and then we start believing this is the truth. So, try to establish the truth in life. How much truth you can establish? And living the life of the truth. Like one person is a painter, but society tells us in a painting you will not earn any money. And that person becomes engineer. Because engineering has a money. Then the entire life becomes burden. Inside that person the painting is blooming. And outside a person doing the other job. Then that work will not give happiness. Then it is not the truth of that person. You know. And it happens many a times. If you look around, the people are studying something and doing some other job. And why the work is so much of the burden? Why work is so much of burden? Because we don't work what we love. If you work what we love, naturally you never work again. Then you are always in love with your work. then it will not be a burden to you. Everyone has to find out what they want, how they want to serve the world. Work is what? You have to do something. There is no option. How you want to serve the world, what you love to do for others, that is the work. Find out something what you want to do for others. And if you choose that work as your profession, you will never work again. Like yesterday, I worked almost like 10 to 12 hours. And still at the end of the day, I was full of energy, not tired. I was also surprised because generally I work only 2-3 hours. But then I realized more I work, more the energy I get. Because I am working what I love. See. So you have to find out and slowly try to put the baby step at least into it. What you love. Huh? It's not compulsory everybody must be yoga teacher. It's not compulsory. You can love anything. What's your passion? Maybe your passion is making the people beautiful. You are excellent. You can have an excellent job in beauty parlor. See? No. Maybe your passion is just to making everything clean. What's the problem with that passion? What do you love? And if you don't have a choice, then love what you work. Then start finding the love in what you are doing. There is no third option, Either work what you love or love what you work. There are certain things you have to do, even you don't. Then try to change the perspective. How I can love even this thing. Try to see the bigger picture. Like with every job, there are certain functions that you don't like. Certain function you like, certain function you don't like. Like as I am yoga teacher, an individual yoga teacher, right? So I love teaching. So teaching never bothers me. But to teach, I need a student. See, to collect the student, I have to establish myself. I have to promote myself. I have to do marketing for myself. This work I don't like. I like teaching, but this I don't like. Then I have to change the perspective. What the perspective I can change when even I am doing a marketing for myself, at that time I have to see the bigger picture. Then you develop even in the work you don't like. Because you know this is preparation and this will bring this. See? Like for any work there is a preparation required. No? Like as you want to become yoga teacher, you have to join this course. See? That is the preparation part. Maybe you don't like this course, but that will give you something. I know you love this course, but this was saying. That is the truth. Find out your truth and establish it. So, more and more you start speaking, behaving, living the truth, your communication improves. Then you are exactly telling the things you want to tell to the other person. Otherwise, sometimes we don't have a word. We are confused with our own emotions, with our own thought. What I feel, I don't know. What I think, I don't know. Why? Because inside there is a lots of chaos. And in the chaos, you cannot recognize what it is. But truth makes it all harmonized. See, whenever you are speaking a lie, you have to remember one story. Then it's a burden to your brain, burden to your mind. See? And then there is also your neurons are fighting because there is a truth inside you know, outside you are speaking. So with the mouth you are speaking something, and that lie also your ear are listening. You are listening also at the same time, no? And then there is a confusion between these two statements, which is true. When you develop a pure communication based on the truth, you will find higher communication open up in you. What is a higher communication? Do you know? Do you have heard about the telepathy? Have you experienced telepathy ever? Yeah. Everybody has an experience with. Like sometimes you strongly think about some person, maybe your friend, and your friend immediately call you. How the message was there? That's the power of telepathy. Because that intensity of the communication, non-verbal communication, even the person is not here. Right now it is happening accidentally. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen in us. Every time it is not happening. Right now it happens accidentally. But over the time, if you develop this center, over the time, you can do it by will. Whenever you remember and think strongly, the person will. Higher communication, opening with this. This is higher communication. Then even the higher communication you can develop, that's the talking without the words.
Yes. Extrasensory.
Extrasensory. Or reading the thoughts of the just by seeing each other, you talk and talk happens. Some people develop this ability. People who are doing a strong meditation, working very deep, they have ability. What is happening inside, they know. That happens also when you are deeply connected with someone, you also know. Just by seeing the person, what happens. Exactly. Like I remember when I was a child, and every time coming out of the school, my mother always knows whether I had eaten something at school or not. She always knows. Just by seeing my face. And if I have eaten, then she doesn't ask anything. And if I didn't eat, then she immediately says, okay, I will make something for you now. See? She was very pure, very divine and very truthful in her whole life. And I was very connected to her, so she immediately recognized. So this is a higher communication. Even the higher communication is possible with the animal, with the trees, with the entire nature. Everything is communicating. Only we don't understand what the messages are. But as your communication get higher, everything giving message The entire universe is constantly communicating with you. You are never alone. This is higher communication. That higher communication can be established with the truth and purity. Purity is very important thing. And what is purity? Sometimes people are confused between purity and cleanliness. But cleanliness is outside and purity is within. And many times it happens something is pure but not clean, and something is clean but not pure. Can you tell me one example which is clean but not pure? Or pure but not clean?
Stray animal.
Stray animal. They are
They're pure, but possibly not clean.
They are pure but not necessarily clean. A child playing with the sand, very pure in his essence, but very dirty. If you see the entire nature, nature is dirty, no? Nobody is going to wash this tree. Unclean, but pure. Now opposite. Clean but not pure. In the restaurants, people are using various ingredients to make it tasty. McDonald's is very much clean. But purity? And our problem is we put lots of emphasis on a cleanliness, not on the purity. When we change our focus from cleanliness to the purity, the truth get established. Then the way of higher communication opens. Cleanliness is also a good thing. I am not saying it's a bad thing. You should clean also. But purity is more important than the cleanliness. Pure. Purity on level of emotion, purity on level of thoughts, purity on level of intention. Try to make it pure as much as you can. So this is a fifth center. Sometimes when this chakra is not working, at that time the person is speaking a lots of lies or bad language. From where this bad language comes? This is also distortion of this chakra. Some people are using lots of F words in every sentence. Throat chakra is disturbed. When fifth chakra sometimes is blocked, at that time we feel lack of space. Right of expression is violated. Sometimes two people are living into the 2000 square meter apartment and they complain, I don't have enough space. What does it mean? To live two person, you don't need a 2000 square meter even. But there is not enough space to express. That's why people are feeling suffocated. Express in the right way. When the fifth chakra gets open, you don't feel this suffocation ever. To speak a truth, you need a little courage also. Little courage you require. But once you develop this, you start seeing the truth gives you a very deep rooted result. And then you will not waste your energy on anything unnecessary. The people who cannot tolerate your truth, how they can become your friend? Understand? How they can love you, who even don't know your truth. That's the basic thing. So anything based upon a lie cannot last longer. Truth. People have a mistake. People have a plus and minus both. Accept that. And relationship happens when the other person is accepting that plus and minus. Truth. It happens in many relationships. Like initially it is very good. Because initially the person is trying hard to show all the plus points. But over the time, you cannot always act, you cannot put the mask when you are living with someone. Then over the time, other person know your minuses too. These are plus, these are minuses. And then the conflict starts. But if you know plus and minus beforehand, then there are great chances the relationship continues. It will not break then. These are my plus, these are my minus. Okay, if you like me. Okay, if you don't like it, there are 7 billion people. Then I will find someone who like me. You know. Very simple. But from the first point onwards, if we are honest, then it lasts long. Be honest. So this is a journey of the fifth chakra. Okay? Now we go to the sixth chakra. So sixth chakra is connected with even the higher quality like intuition, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. When it is a block, at that time person might have a lots of illusion and ignorance. It is here between your two eyebrows. Sometimes people call it third eye also. Its color is a indigo. It's connected with a pituitary gland. Actually, pituitary gland is the master gland of all the glands. It controls rest of the gland. So that's why it's called Ajna Chakra. Ajna means order. So this chakra is giving order to everything. It's a very powerful center. All the problem related to the eye and head, and that is basically connected with the Ajna center. Like a sleep, migraine, headache, depression, anxiety, frustration, stress. This is all the problem is connected with Ajna. So there are two things to understand. Here when it is a block, there are the possibility of ignorance and illusion. Now what's the difference between ignorance and illusion? Ignorance, it means you don't know. And illusion means you know that you know but you don't know. You create a reality that you are already knowing, but in reality you don't know. Then it creates a illusion. And at that time, there is no chance. Illusion is very dangerous thing. Because then you are not ready to learn. you are not ready to improve, then how you can change? Now on the positive side, we have to understand there are three words connected to this center, that is the information, knowledge and wisdom. Sometimes we think information, knowledge and wisdom, all three are same, but it is never the same. What's the difference between these three? Information, knowledge and wisdom. Information is data, raw data. See, everything that we are collecting, that is the information. You are reading a book, that's an information. You are studying with me, that's an information. You are reading a Facebook, that is an information. You are talking with someone, that is an information. But out of this information, how much percentage is the truth? And how much percentage of the lie is hidden in this information? And that depends upon from which source you are getting the information. Like suppose if you are reading lots of fantasy book, like suppose if you are reading a book of Harry Potter, then what knowledge you will gain? What knowledge you will gain? Simple. Then if you start understanding that information that you are getting there is true, your life becomes illusion. And there are the people, they consider it's a truth. That's the truth, no? You see Star Wars colony, Harry Potter colony, and people dress like this, behave like this, act like this. Illusion. Very big illusion. You want to live in the fantasy, that is an illusion. Actually, the reality is very hard. That's why our mind invents the fantasy.
So in the virtual world.
It wants to live in a virtual world. Why all these mobile games and computer games are so popular nowadays? People wants to live in the virtual world, not come into the reality. Illusion. Information. We are living basically in the world of information. With a computer, what you are getting is information technology, no? The name itself is information technology. If we consider that is the source of knowledge, that will be big mistake. Because anybody can post anything and can write anything on this media. What the authenticity of that person? The person has experienced that? That's the question. Even many authors, like they read 4 books about the chakra and a 5th book they write on by their own. But that's not the true stuff. It is not coming from your own experience. You are just transforming some information to information, and then the error will be bigger. You have to experience it. What is coming from your out of your own experience, that is knowledge. Or you develop the ability, you remove all the lies and take it out, and what remains? The truth in the information, that is knowledge. You remove all this. That's why it's very important not to collect unnecessary information. If you collect too many unnecessary information, then it occupies the space in your brain. Then you will not have a space for necessary information. information to knowledge. And when once you have a knowledge, when you apply this knowledge in your life, that becomes a wisdom. Knowledge is truth driven from the information.
And personal experience or just information?
Still, it's an experience, but that's a knowledge. And knowledge you are constantly applying in your life. Like I tell you one thing. Like we have lots of knowledge actually. We are not in lack of knowledge for beginning. But the wisdom is missing. Like lots of things we know, but how many things really we apply in our life? The question is that you want to say to the world, these are the benefits of the meditation, so you know which are the benefits of the meditation. Then why you are not using it for your own life? See, knowledge is not applying as a wisdom. One very peculiar case I tell you, like one of my friend is a gastroenterologist. Gastroenterologist who work with the stomach and liver and this. So at least you see around 50 patients in a day, and 20 he advised don't drink alcohol, now your liver is damaged. At least 20 people he is saying every day, and he has studied it for like 8 years. So he has a perfect knowledge about this digestive system and the correlation of the alcohol. He has a perfect knowledge, but in evening what he do? He drinks. Knowledge is there, wisdom is missing. Means what you already know, which is the truth, others should do, but you are not applying for yourself. Wisdom is missing. And that happens a lot of times. To begin the work on your betterment, you always know the way. Where you are lacking, you always know, but you are not putting into the practice. If you put the first step, then the next step get revealed automatically. You have to put the first step. Where you can start, you have to check in your life. Okay, this thing I can start. You start with that. Maybe in your life there are 20 problems, but which the solution you know that you apply. At least then you have 20 minus 1. And then the energy is saved from that problem that you can invest in learning the solution of the other problem. You can always start with something. Okay, this is not working for me. I can say goodbye to it. What is working? Then I will try something new. This is not working. I don't know what is working. Then I will try something new. But I will not get stuck with this, what is not working. Otherwise, maybe the new things may not work, but then there are 50-50 chances. That might work also. So when the third eye is getting open, you become wise. You derive. And this wisdom brings a solid understanding about the life. Understanding is much more greater than any experience. This chakra has also, at very deep level, it has also supernatural power too. Then you start developing the knowledge which is not available in the ordinary life. Many great yogis have that knowledge. They can see in the future. They can see in the past also. Knowledge of future and past connected with the past. Sometimes we think how we can know the future. We have a question, no? Sometimes. But if you become like a little observant, you will see everything that you are doing, it is predestined. Sometimes you see some dream and then after some days that dream get realized. Some events that happen in your life and you are feeling I already did this. Actually you did it in your dream. And now you are doing it second time. This knowledge. Because time, basically this time, the past, future and present, it is one dimension. Time is a fourth dimension. We are living in a three-dimensional world. No? Or we have to say we can observe the three-dimensional world, we are living in fourth dimension of time and space. A person actually whose perception can go above the fourth dimension can observe the time in the linear way. And with enough observation of outside in your own life, certain things you keep repeating after certain years. In your life also you will realize. After 1 year you are doing something. After 3 years you are doing something. After 1 month you are doing something. Why it is happening after every 3 years? Why this repetition is happening? If the repetition is happening, it means it's a predestined. So one of the way to get out of it is first, if anything is getting repeated again and again, try to break this cycle in some or other way. You can start with how much repetition is there in our life. Like when you start walking, either you will put your right leg first or left leg first. And each time you will do the same. Conditioning. In the morning, you have a certain arrangement. In normal way of the life, you will do repeatedly the same. You go in the restaurant, mostly you have a 10, 12 dishes and you keep ordering the same dishes. And something new comes, then you get hesitant. Huh? Why this? Why not my favorite dish? When you have a choice, when you don't have a choice, then you change. But with a choice to change, that gives you the right knowledge with the third. And when this third eye opens and then the energy starts gathering into the seventh chakra. So, we will talk about the seventh chakra tomorrow. Okay? Thank you very much. These are the quality of the seventh chakra. How much deep faith you have, how much things you can accept, how much you are ready to surrender and let go. For logical brain, for ego, it is the biggest challenge to accept and surrender. Ego always wants to prove it's superior, higher, stronger, smarter. In surrendering, you accept, okay, no problem. I am the way I am. But when you surrender, at that time, basically, the higher power start guiding you. When your seventh chakra open up, at that time, the mysterious phenomena happens. Up to sixth chakra, you are taking care of yourself. Ego is still there. But in the seventh chakra, now existence start taking care of you. How much you can take care of yourself? How many factors are involved in the entire world? But when the existence take care of yourself, it balances every of the minor factors. With your reason, with your capability, you can never have a control over those factors. In a life, there are the two things, doing and happening. In the first sixth chakra, there is a doing. In the seventh chakra, it's a happening. Let's take an example. You can plant a seed, that is a doing. That is a part of doing. But the tree will grow or this seed will not grow. Who will decide it? You can give a water. But some seed, even you give a regular water, the seed is nice, the land is fertile, and still it doesn't grow. And as some seed, even you are not giving a water, seed is small and not getting any kind of the comfortable situation, and still it grows. Who decided which seed will grow and which seed will not grow? Sometimes it happens like a two sibling, brother and sister, or two sister or two brother. All the training, atmosphere, everything is the same. But one person's life is going this direction, another person's life is going that direction. Who decide? The training is given same, the chances of the education given same, parents are same. So they are finding all the same problems. One person is rising and other person is falling. So who decided? Who is going to rise and who is going to fall? Then we have to surrender. We have to accept what comes in our life, We have to welcome the life with an open heart. When the life is calling you, we are in our mind. In a seventh chakra, simply faith means when the life is calling you, you are ready to jump. You will not wait. Faith is something that you have that attitude, everything will happen for the goodness. I tell you one story about that. It's a beautiful story. Sometimes we have a discrimination between this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. Who decide what is good, what is bad? So there was a one yogi living in a small village, and once he went to the forest and he found one wild horse. So he brings that horse to the home. So villager come to him and says, "Wow, you are so lucky. You find this wild horse for free." Yogi says, "Is that so? I am lucky. Is that so? Okay, no problem." Then the second day, the son of Yogi was trying to ride the horse, but the horse was wild. So he cannot really control the horse, and he fell down from the horse and broken his leg. Villager come back again and says, "Oh, this happens so bad. And this horse brings all the bad luck to you." Huh? Yogi again says, "Is that so? Okay, no problem, if you are saying so." Then, after some days, horse was wild, so he also run away in the forest. Again, villager comes and says, "See, now you don't have even horse, and your son broken the leg. Really, the horse was very bad for you." Again, Yogi says, "Is that so? Okay, no problem." Then, after some days, in that kingdom, war happens. So soldier came to the village. They were searching for all the young people, weapon and horses to take with them. Because it was a war, so every young person must contribute. Every horse must be needed in the war. So from this village, all the horses has been taken to the war. All the young people has to go to the war. But Yogi's son leg was broken. He cannot go to the war. So villager come back again. Says, "Oh, you are so lucky. Our sons are now on the war and your son is at home." Yogi again says, "Is that so? Okay, no problem." Then, after some days, that horse returned back to the yogi's home because there he is finding the food very easily, and he brings other horse also. Villager come back again. "Oh, this horse saved your son, and now you have two horses. You are so lucky." Yogi again says, "Is that so? Okay, no problem." This is the power of seventh chakra. In every situation of the life, when you can say, "Is that so? Okay, no problem." Life is easy. Then you don't become tense, you don't worry for anything. Then you don't make a weird judgment in your mind and you start swimming with the flow. You are smoothly running in the life then. Then life is the utmost joy. When you try to swim against the flow, the problem starts. Then the conflict starts in your mind. Swim with the flow. That is a faith. That is a surrendering. And actually, you don't need to struggle in a life. Struggle is a mind's invention. Like sometimes people try so hard for something and then they become stressful, they become anxious. I need to be perfect. What is perfect? What is perfect? Is there any criteria this is perfect? No. Simply no. And how you can be perfect in everything? So there is always some imperfection. You cannot be perfect in everything. And if you try to be perfect in everything, you will lose everything. It's like birds are designed to fly, and fish are designed to swim in the water. If fish decide, I want to be perfect in flying, what will happen to the fish? And the bird decide, fish is beautiful, it can swim into the water, I will also swim in the water. Sometimes in life we do the mistake like this. We forget our role. Huh? We forget our role and try for some imaginary perfection and struggle very hard. The real beauty of the life is see the perfection in every imperfection. That is surrendering. You develop the eye for that, Surrendering means everybody says rose is beautiful. Huh? Rose is beautiful. But surrendering means thorn is also beautiful. Not only rose. Without a thorn, rose cannot exist. And that's why thorn is also beautiful. If you want a rose, you have to accept the thorn. If you want to grow, you have to accept the challenges. But when the challenges comes, you become stressed out. Take every challenge as an opportunity of the growth. Then you will not get stressed up by the challenge. That's a faith, that's surrendering. And that's a very beautiful thing if it happens in your life. And that's the power of the seventh chakra. When your seventh chakra open, you develop the faith. You are ready where the life is taking you. You will not choose, I want to do this. No, where life wants to be. You are ready to flow. A complete acceptance comes for everything. Complete acceptance, no struggle. Our struggle is many a times we got many of the beautiful things. But in our imagination, there is some picture. And even those beautiful things are not according to that picture, they are not beautiful. Like the first day I told you the story about the monkey, 3 bread in a lunch and 4 bread in the dinner. If it changes, no, it's not valid. We make the imagination of something and then we don't open the eyes what the life is offering to us. When you are flowing, when you are surrendering with a faith, then the existence gives you the best of the best thing in your life. With your individual mind, how much you can think. with this cosmic mind who take care of all these 7 billion people. Not only 7 billion people, trillions of the animal. Not only trillions of the animal, but the entire cosmos. When this cosmic brain starts thinking about you, he thinks the best of self. So sometimes it is best you think something, you plan little, you put some effort, and then leave the things to be unfold. Life is a mystery. Live it fully. Don't try to solve it. If the mystery has been solved, there is no interest in a life. If you already know your future, what is the joy? This unknownness, what will happen tomorrow, that makes life interesting. And that gives us full of possibilities. Seventh chakra, very powerful chakra. This is the purpose. You feel a divine unity when your seventh chakra start opening up. You feel everything is one, nothing is separate. You respect everyone with the same honor. You love everyone with the same heart, with the same. Everything is same. But remember, we are confusing when I say same. Then we are many times confused. Similarity and equality. In nature, everything has an equal value. Whether it's my value, your value, value of this tree, value of the puppy, or value of the small ant, or the entire sun, the value is equal for existence. But everything is not similar. Every one is a unique. Ant is a ant, tree is a tree, sun is a sun, and I, myself, is myself. Everyone is a unique. So, in the concept of the same, sometimes we make a very big mistake. Then we try to give the same resources to the everyone. But it's not true. Your feeling must be same, but you cannot give. Like suppose if you want to give a food. Giving a food is an attitude. But will you give the same amount of the food to the puppy and to the elephant? If you give a same amount of the food to puppy and that much food to the elephant will die of hunger. Elephant needs a lots of food. And if you give the food of the elephant to the puppy will die out of overeating. So treatment to everyone is not same. Behavior is not same. But inside that attitude is same. Are you getting this point? Sometimes we miss this point very much in a life. With whom, which kind of the treatment should be given? With someone, treatment of the respect. With someone, treatment of love. With someone, treatment of compassion. With someone, treatment of anger. Why not? Depends upon in which situation it is. Depends upon what the person need. Your intention are clear that you want to do something good for the person. Your intention are clear. But then treatment might be different for everyone. It's not the same. It's like suppose if you have a two child, one child is let's say 17 year, another child is a 4 year. Now 17-year child says, 17-year boy is saying, I need a laptop. Then you buy two laptop, one for your 4-year child. What this 4-year child will do with the laptop? It's a question of common sense, no? But common sense is very uncommon. It's a wastage of the resources if you give a laptop to the 4-year child. So which treatment is required, whom to be given? That's very important thing to learn in a life. That comes with the seventh chakra, this purest of the understanding, the common sense. Seventh chakra is also connected with the pineal gland, and location of the seventh chakra is at the back of the head, but half is inside the head, half is above the head. Okay? And actually, there are still many mysterious functions of the pineal gland. Scientists are researching upon that because all the functions of the pineal gland we don't know. Only some of the information we have. It's a light sensitive gland. So basically, your sleep regulated with the pineal gland. But these qualities comes when the seventh chakra opens. Faith, surrendering, trust, divine unity, divine bliss. The seventh chakra is the destination of the spiritual journey. The journey starts from the Muladhara Chakra. The energy starts rising from the Muladhara Chakra and it completes at this blissful unity. A union happens, the real union. Yourself and the entire cosmos.
What's the color?
What's the color? Huh? White or sometimes also violet. Violet. The basic color is a violet, but when all the seven chakras are open, then it turns into the white. The seven color makes the white color. These are the exactly the same color of the rainbow with your violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Red is a which frequency?
Root Chakra.
Lowest, and violet is a highest frequency. Then, now I tell you one other interesting thing also. Every chakra has a time period. So in first to 7 year, you are developing the first chakra. 8 to 14, you are developing second chakra. So after every 7 year, the time period of the chakra changes. And that's called major cycle of the chakras. Major. Because there is also one minor cycle. In every major cycle, there is a minor cycle also. In every major cycle, there is a minor cycle. Because every cycle is constructing the 7 years. So every year in a major cycle, there is a one chakra. So first year first, second year second, third year third, fourth year fourth, fifth year fifth, sixth year sixth, 7 year seven, and then 8 year again first. So in 7 years actually you have an opportunity to clear and open and harmonize your chakra at its full potential. So basically, as a rule, a person can get the full enlightenment in 7 years practice. That's possible, but sometimes not even 7 life. It depends on with what intensity you work. Some people's intensity is so strong, they can leave everything aside. What is your primary intention? That decide the intensity. Your maximum intensity goes, what is your primary interest is. So they say the first 7 years in a life of the baby is very important. If you give a proper care to the baby in the first 7 years, then the entire life of that person becomes very easy. Then you are helping to develop that child all the 7 chakras. So one cycle is set. But in first 7 years, whatever event happens, that creates a very subconscious and unconscious impression in our mind. There is one more thing you have to understand. In this calculation, you have to count 9 months in a womb also. Your birth starts when this conception happens. So you have to count this 9 months also inside. Then each chakra are also connected with one of the element, and by balancing this element, you can balance the chakra too. So for first chakra, which is the element? Do you know? Earth. Yes, element is earth. So what you can do with earth? Plant growing, gardening, farming. What else? Sitting on the floor. That is very helpful for the grounding.
So that's now just feeling grounded.
Yeah.
Mountain also.
Yes, but this is here your Muladhara chakra directly remains contact with the earth. This is very powerful thing. Play with the sand. So see, in the children, first to 7 years is the first chakra, and that's why children are always playing with the sand and clay. They love it. Because it's their need, because the first chakra is building. And sometimes when the need becomes intense, they eat some sand. And generally, many of the childs are doing this. Like medically, they say it's deficiency of the calcium. but energy wise is a deficiency. The child is not feeling enough safe. So safety and care is required in those childs. Then what else you can do? You can work on these qualities of the first chakra. Then also you can improve this chakra's performance, like physical activities. All physical activity, you do exercise, asana, running, swimming, that also helps to build up chakra. Which are the postures? These are good for the first chakra. Asana postures. Sitting position, then also standing position here helps because leg is also connected with the first chakra. The postures on the leg, that helps. Then one particular technique that helps a lot on here, that is a Muladhara. Muladhara activates. So you control the Muladhara, you practice more Muladhara, you have a control over the energy of the Muladhara chakra. Okay? Then second chakra. Okay. For first chakra, there is also, every chakra has a sound vowel, like one of the Bij mantra, seed sound it's called. And for first chakra, the sound is a, anybody knows? It's a lam, L-A-M, lam. So you want to chant the sound of lam. Also red color, by wearing the red dresses, the surrounding is red, it also start activating this energy. But sometimes you need it or don't need it, first you have to decide it. Okay.
Is there a reason when you don't like the color? Maybe I'm over spiritualizing now.
There are reasons.
Yeah.
There are reasons. No? Some of the colors where there is a strong blockages also you don't like. And some of the colors you don't need, that also you don't like. Both the things happens. Maybe you don't need, you don't choose. And some of the blocks, this is not this color. Second chakra, water. What you can do with water? Swimming. What else? Purifying. Drinking water. Drink enough of the water. Then take a shower. See, if you have anger, it is emotion, no? Anger passiveness. While somebody cries, why we give water? Also, in the human development, you can also see between 8 to 14, you develop a little bit identity, and then you start recognizing these are my friends, my parents. Before that, even the child is dependent on the parent, but still that strong identity is not there. This individual identity is not there. The mother is feeding and they are living, so little bit is there. But now the child start choosing the relationship based upon the emotion. Then even with living with the mother, maybe she like the mother or she doesn't like the mother. See, So she develops these likes and dislikes during these years. Second chakras work. So what other thing you can do for the second chakra? Connect with some art, dancing, music, painting. Connect with some art or writing or whatever art. Which asana are useful? Upward dog and the locust. Locust. You are raising both the leg from behind. Locust helps. These two are excellent poses. Then one of the breathing exercise that helps a lot in the second chakra. Kapal Bhati. The name is Kapal Bhati. Okay? Then sound, yes. Vam. Lam, then vam. Color is orange. Clear? Second chakra. Then third chakra. Element is a fire. Yes. What you can do with a fire? Heat up. Heat up. But how? How? Yeah, when you do any dynamic activity, that activates this. When you feel sweaty, that activates this. What else you can do? Make food, yes, cooking, one of the best things. Actually, understand, raw food is good for the first chakra. Now, there is a lots of concept of the raw food diet. In West, it's very popular. In India, we don't eat. But cooked food is good for your third chakra. So if you make the right balance between the raw and cooked, then it's good. If you eat only one type of the things, then you will lack other things. Then what else you can do for fire? Which is the biggest source of fire? Which is the biggest source of fire? Sun. That's why this why I am again and again poking you. Sun, huh? So anything you do with the sun, looking at the sunrise, sunset, be in the sun, that helps the chakra. People in India, when many times they are exposed to the too much sun, then they develop burning problem, literally. Then which asana postures? Twisting postures. Twisting helps. Then cobra also helps. Baby cobra, Bhujangasana. That's an excellent pose actually for this. Which breathing technique helps? You did this? Bhastrika. It's called Bhastrika. Forceful inhale, forceful exhale. Huh? Lam, bum, and the sound is ram. Okay? Lam, Vam, Ram. Fourth chakra, which is element? Fourth chakra, which element?
Air.
Air? Yes, obviously air. So what you can do with air? Which is the source of the fresh air?
Wind. Wind.
Trees, forest, wood. Gives you the freshest air. So when you go in the nature, your heart starts opening automatically. From there, actually, this tradition come into the existence. Hug a tree. So when you hug a tree or any person, actually it harmonizes your fourth chakra. The hugging is a very powerful healing element. So if you can't hug a person, you can hug a tree. And if you can't hug a tree, then hug a person. Because it releases certain hormones, This energy gets harmonized. So in Anahata chakra, the certain hormone get harmonized, and you have this feeling of the peace, love, and joy. This thymus gland itself is connected with the Anahata chakra that we have seen earlier. Now, what are the other remedies? One thing is you go to the greenery, having exposure to the fresh air. That is one of the remedies. What about asana practice? Which are the asana that can help to the Anahata chakra? So generally, all the heart opener, like Ustrasana, Chakrasana, all the heart opener helps to open your heart center. All the breathing technique also helps to open your heart center. Particularly Anulom Vilom is very good for your heart center. One of the very good source to open your heart, because heart is the reason beyond the brain. In the first three chakra, your lower brain, middle brain, and upper brain are connected. Now you are going somewhere where your logic ends. There is no brain. That's why the practice of giving and sharing, that helps to open up the heart. How much you can give, how much you can share. Logic tell you if you want to be happy, collect more. take everything from everyone. That's the language of the brain. But the heart is happy when you give the things. When you empty it, when you share it, you are happy. So to open the heart chakra, the best way, sharing. Whatever you can share. You can share your time, you can share your money, you can share your house, you can share your car, you can share your emotion. You can share someone by doing his work, maybe cleaning the house. You can share your beautiful idea. You can motivate others. Or if you don't have anything to share, then share your gratitude. Then share your gratitude. Sharing the gratitude is also one of the kind of share. You give, you share, you open your heart. Opening the heart, it doesn't mean I make these muscles wider. No, that's the physical part of the heart. The energetic part of the heart is a different than the physical part of the heart. Definitely, this helps when you do this asana practice, it helps. But the real focus on the energetic part. Open the heart. And the new mysterious, magical world of the transformation opens for you. Opening a heart, the seed sound is yum. So you can chant the sound of yum and work upon your heart center. Color is green. You can chant like when the transformation happens, your energy reaches in your heart center, then there is one more jump. Fifth chakra, Vishuddha chakra. How to harmonize the Vishuddha chakra? Vishuddha chakra element is a space. So you have to do something with space. Wherever there is a lack of space, create a space. Like sometimes in very big apartment, two people are living and they still say, we don't have a space. It means there is no space for expressing. Sometimes I go to Europe and find the people have lots of furniture in their house, and then sometimes they complain, I even don't have a space to do yoga. That is also a form of space. More you occupied your house, your living space with the things, more the space you are occupying, and then you don't have enough space. Your attention is always busy. Create the space in your house, create the space in your body also. Like suppose if your digestive system is full with the food, you will find very much heavy in your body. When your digestive system is empty, at that time you feel the different lightness. Create the space in your heart. Whatever the unnecessary negative emotions are there, throw it out. Create the space in your mind. Space. Work on the space. One of the effective meditation for creating a space is you can lie down where the open sky is there and start watching this open sky. In half an hour, you will feel this entire sky, the vastness of the sky. It will enter within you. You will feel tremendous relief. We are basically made of the space. In one atom, matter, the part of matter is very small. Maybe even 1%, 99% it is the space. And space is our home. The journey of the transformation is in a heart, but journey of transmutation start with the Vishuddha Chakra, a space element, emptying. Empty the bowl. As much things you can get rid of. And one day you are completely empty. Emptiness is our home. Also, expressing yourself in a right way also helps you to open up your throat center. Express in some or other way. Express with art, express with dance, express in writing, express in speaking. The two qualities of the Vishuddha Chakra are truth and purity. Speak as much truth as you can, you open the Vishuddha Chakra. Become as much pure as you can, you open the Vishuddha Chakra. The asana that helps to open up the Vishuddha Chakra is a Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. Also fish pose, Matsyasana. Brahma Mudra, rotating your neck in all the four directions. Breathing that helps to open up the Vishuddha Chakra is a Ujjayi breath. The color is the blue. The seed sound is a hum. You can chant like a Then next chakra, sixth chakra, third eye, Ajna Chakra. The element is a sound. How we open the third eye? The best way is read, contemplate and meditate. Observe everything around you. Observe everything within you. Higher your observation, you have more the data, more the information, and then you can transform this information into the knowledge and gradually into the wisdom. But for that, you need something to process. Reading, observation, contemplation. Collecting the information. Meditation. Turning this information into the knowledge. The right information. Right data. And when you start using this right knowledge in your day-to-day life, the wisdom grows. Sixth center is also connected with sound. So, sound vibration, like a sound vibration of the singing bowl, this can help. In yoga, there is one beautiful practice to open the third eye. That practice is called Trataka. You gaze at the candlelight. There are not much asana practice that can really help in the third eye. Asana helps only up to the fifth center. The sixth and seventh chakra, the work is very subtle, very different. Though for sixth center there are pranayam that is helping, Brahmari pranayam, humming pranayam. You close your eyes, putting your thumb into ear and making the sound of the honeybee. And keep repeating this process, Brahmari pranayam. That helps to open your thought. And meditation, the best way is to meditation. Meditate. Silent sitting meditation. Observe yourself deeper and deeper and deeper. Observe your conscious mind. Then you can even go deeper, subconsciously. Go deeper and deeper within yourself. The color is indigo. One of the best technique is observing the stars. In the night time, in the starry night, you can lay down on your belly and just watch these stars with the amazement. This is the greatest source of the knowledge. The entire science of the astrology comes into the existence from this observation. So this method helps to open the thought. And when you open this sixth center, then the next is the seventh center, where 1,000-petal lotus, Crown Chakra is there. Sometimes it's a violet, sometimes it's a white. It's a connection with the divine. A divine bliss comes. Though there are no such method for it, but complete acceptance, complete surrendering. When your ego dissolves completely, this chakra opens. Till the time you are there, existence is not there. In one of a poem, one of the great saint, Mira, gives a one very nice sentence. Prem gali ati sakadi tame dona samay. The path of love, the path of the divine bliss, it is so narrow. The two cannot enter into it. जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं, अब हरि है मैं नहीं. When I was there, the God was not there. And now God is here, I disappear. I is a symbol of the ego. When your ego dissolves, God enters into you. In this center, the seventh chakra open up. A divine unity. The entire existence, everything is one. Right now we have a knowledge that everything is one, but we don't have an experience everything is one. When the seventh chakra opens, this becomes our experience. One of the only practice you can do for the seventh center is surrendering. Complete surrendering. Complete acceptance. A prayer is the way where you are surrendering to the higher forces. Sometimes top of the mountain, that helps to open the seventh chakra. And that's why in the ancient time, the yogis were going into the Himalayas to do the meditation. Because there, the gravity of the earth applying on your energetic body is less when you go on the high. And the higher forces is helping to pulling you up when you are on high. This was the reason. And in this way, the journey from Muladhara Chakra to the ground center gets complete. And this is our journey that also completes it. So thank you very much. Listening from the distance. And I hope you can have a more clarity about the chakras. And there are enough of the tools that you can work upon. Keep practicing on these tools, keep growing, keep enjoying this journey of the magic and bliss. And if you have any question, you can write me. If you want to learn in a person, you can contact me. Time to time, I am offering some of the workshops, some of the intense meditation, and you can join this. See you soon. Thank you very much.